Florida Atlantic University prides itself in maintaining the highest ethical standards for all students, faculty, and staff, while also providing a fair learning environment to all. Dishonesty is considered a serious breach of these standards as it interferes with the university's mission to provide a high-quality education. No student should enjoy an unfair advantage over any other. Dishonesty is also destructive to the university community, which is grounded on mutual trust and places a high value on personal integrity and individual responsibility. Courses and assignments in an online learning environment are subject to the same rules and regulations as all FAU courses. These can be found in FAU Regulation 4.001, also known as the Code of Academic Integrity. In this video, you will see a few examples of academic dishonesty, how they can be avoided, and the process for determining if academic dishonesty has taken place. There are many different forms of academic dishonesty. Some may surprise you. Forms of cheating include, but are not limited to, unauthorized use of notes, books, electronic devices, or any other study aids while taking an exam or working on an assignment. Providing or receiving unauthorized assistance from another student during an exam or assignment. Having someone take an exam or complete an assignment in your place. Securing an exam, receiving an unauthorized copy of an exam, or sharing a copy of an exam with others. Plagiarism is another form of academic dishonesty. Forms of this include, but are not limited to, using the presentation of words from a source as your own without proper quotation or citation, putting someone else's ideas or facts in your own words without citation, turning in someone else's work as your own, including buying and selling term papers or assignments. This also includes the copying or use of someone else's programming code or software. Other forms of academic dishonesty include falsifying information, data, or citations, failing to comply with exam regulations or failing to obey the instructions of an exam proctor, submitting the same assignment in more than one class without written permission of both instructors, any other form of academic cheating, plagiarism, or dishonesty.
Oh man,
What's up?
I just got an email from my professor saying that I was cheating and going against the academic integrity policy.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't know this. This wasn't even on the study guide. I wonder if my friends will need this too. I took a screenshot of my online exam.
You know that securing a copy of the exam or sharing it with your friends is the definition of cheating in the Code of Academic Integrity.
I just thought no one would care or know that it was me.
Wow, I can't believe it. My professor just sent me an email about my assignment, and she wants to set up a meeting to discuss my sources.
I got a similar email from my professor.
That's the first thing that happens when you violate the Code of Academic Integrity. What did you do?
I copied some code from GitHub for my programming class. I don't know why I have to create my own code. It's right here. No one will know if I copy it. Plus, if the code is on the internet, I can use it.
You know that presenting any code as your own is the definition of plagiarism.
Did not know that, but what do I do now?
Last year I got in trouble for submitting the same essay to 2 different classes. I just wrote a paper like this in my other class. I've got too much going on right now. My professors won't know the difference. It's 2 different classes.
Wait, that's considered plagiarism?
In the Code of Academic Integrity, I can't submit the same paper or assignment in 2 different classes without my professors knowing.
Oh, wow. I've thought about doing that too, and I'm glad I didn't.
There's like a whole set of procedures for what happens after you get that initial email.
According to Regulation 4.001 Code of Academic Integrity, the purpose includes to maintain the highest ethical standards, adhere to the university's mission, provide fair and equal access to education, maintain mutual trust, and place value in personal integrity and individual responsibility. The FAU Code of Academic Integrity requires a faculty member, student, or staff member to notify an instructor if they think dishonesty has occurred. After a report, the instructor may pursue any reasonable allegation and take action if needed. If the instructor determines there's reasonable evidence to believe a student has engaged in dishonesty, the instructor will meet with the student and provide them with information on the instructor's perception of the facts, charges, and the sanction. As we saw with the students in our scenario, they received an email from the instructor detailing the need to meet to review the instructor's perception of the facts, charges, and the sanction. If after the meeting between the student and instructor, the instructor continues to believe that the student engaged in dishonesty, the instructor will provide the student with a written notice of the charges and the penalty for the course. The student is entitled to be heard at a meeting with the instructor and chair or director to review and discuss the instructor's charges or statement. During the meeting, the facts will be discussed as well as the appeal process. The chair or director will provide the student, instructor, and the dean of the college administering the course a summary of the student's and instructor's position. If the student wishes to appeal, they must notify the dean of the college administering the course within 5 business days of the initial meeting with the chair or director. The dean will convene a faculty-student council composed of the dean, 2 faculty members, and 2 students. The student may be accompanied by a single advisor, but the student can only speak on his or her own behalf. The student and instructor may both present testimony and documents on their behalf. The council will make a recommendation to the dean to affirm or void the instructor's finding of academic dishonesty. After receipt of the council's recommendation, the dean will inform the student and instructor in writing of findings of dishonesty. If the student wishes, they may request in writing an appeal of the dean's findings. The university provost will notify the student, dean, and instructor of his or her final decision in writing. This decision by the provost or someone designated by the provost constitutes final university action. If the final decision is that the student violated the Code of Academic Integrity, the chair will notify the university registrar. Both the student's official transcript and internal record will have a notation added. Penalties for violations can vary widely depending on the severity of the offense. The instructor may determine the penalty to be administered to the student in the course. In some colleges or programs, failure in a course or a finding of dishonesty may result in other penalties like expulsion and suspension from the college or program. These should not be taken lightly. If it's the first offense, the student may elect to complete a peer counseling program administered by the Division of Student Affairs and must be completed by the end of the semester following the one when the offense occurred. Upon completing this program, the violation will be removed from the student's official transcript. The grade, however, will remain unchanged and cannot be removed by drop or forgiveness policy. Additionally, the notation will remain in the internal university records. In the case of a repeat offense, the student will be expelled from the university, even if the first offense was removed from the official transcript through the peer counseling program. Of course, we hope that no students go through the procedures or receive penalties from an academic integrity violation. The Student Code of Integrity is in place to ensure a safe and fair educational environment for all. The best way to avoid this is to know what may be considered a violation and avoid it altogether. Keep an open dialogue with your instructor regarding assignments or activities in the course. Ask your instructor before engaging in group work, submitting an assignment, or collaborating with a team to ensure there's no confusion on where your instructor stands. Every course is different. If you have any questions as to what may or may not be considered a violation, you can always ask your instructor or refer to Regulation 4.001 on FAU's website for more information. I hope you enjoy your course and look forward to a great semester. Go Owls!